That's useful.
So cool.
Talk about the sound with that too, because it seemed like a distinct choice to take the picture, have the shutter sound, and then silence.
It was quite nice to sort of break up the cacophony of all those gunshots, because it just freezes time for a minute and pay attention to the image more, I think.
It's quite a jarring cut to do it, but yet it still needs to feel smooth. Well, how are you trying to maybe set up for those photographs to come in and it to not be throwing me off?
Sort of trial and error. Sometimes you put it on the downbeat of I mean, you can have a barrage of, if you have like 4 gunshots in a row, you put it where the 5th one would be. That can be one of the ways, but I don't know. It wasn't a hard and fast rule. There's just a place that feels right. Oh, someone says a line, and then it's like, how many frames do you drop it like hard on the cut, or it'll do to do the speed of how the person was talking beforehand, or the speed of the track that you're coming into, but it's just like a gut feeling. And then in that sequence was one of the ones where a lot of the times where we used still frames throughout the film were planned and intentional. So we had to sort of create those stills that they shot. It didn't just essentially repurposing footage from the film, because a lot of the times they were shot especially. And in later sequences or early sequences, Kaylee actually had film in her camera. Some of the stills are actually the actors' stills. We went through all the stills that they actually shot, and if they were usable, we used them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love
they got their actual pictures in the movie.
The shutter sound on Kirsten's stills is the shutter sound from her camera, but also it's different to the shutter sound on. They're sort of, in a very subtle way, they have sort of distinct voices. Yeah.
And then there was kind of an abrupt cut out of that scene. Right. And then there was a whole build-up of just what felt like 5 minutes of them going up the stairs.
I mean, I always like quite assertive cuts. It's just trying to constantly keep mixing it up so that you don't sort of fall into a pattern of going, I know what, I get this. This is, okay, now we're in this zone. And so you go from the very, very quiet scene the night before.
I thought I was sending a warning home. Don't do this.